room. I hope we're all doing well. So today I really wanted to cook something, but I didn't want to do something that's too extravagant. And so I thought I'd try some 3-ingredient recipes that I've seen around social media, because I can't believe that you can make yummy food only using 3 ingredients. So it'd be really cool if these turned out well. So I chose 3 desserts because I have a sweet tooth. And the first one is a strawberry sorbet. Strawberry sorbet is like my favorite sorbet, so it'd be really cool if this one turns out well, and it's also really healthy. Like, all you need is strawberries, water, and then some honey as your sweetener. So the first thing you have to do is chop up your strawberries, just like slice them in half, and then you have to, fresh strawberries by the way, and then you have to let them freeze. I already did this, as you can tell, so I left it overnight and they're all frozen now. I also just left them out for a little bit just to kind of soften a little bit to make it easier when like blending it. So now all I have to do is just put it into my processor. Okay, so they're all in there now. I'm just gonna put it on, and I'm just going to pulse it just until they're a little bit like processed. Okay, I think that's okay. Like, they're kind of a little bit like cubed now, but I don't want it to be too much now. So now what I'm gonna do is just get a little bit of warm water. Only a little bit, just because this is just going to help soften up the strawberries. Like, that should be plenty. And then also some honey as a bit of a sweetener. Now, using the honey is a little bit more like to taste. So if you like process this and you feel like it's not sweet enough, then you can add some more. So I'll just see how much that is for now. Hopefully it's enough. Okay, now we blend. Okay, so the strawberries kind of like going up the sides, so I'm just gonna use a spatula to just push them back down. And I forgot to say, make sure that you process this until it's a smooth consistency, like a sorbet consistency. And it's looking like it's nearly there already, so it won't be long. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I'm just gonna try a little bit just to make sure I don't need any more honey. If I can get it on my spoon. That's really nice. Oh wow, I'm excited to have this. Like I said, if you do this and it's not sweet enough, you can add some more honey, but that's sweet enough for me, so I'm just gonna leave that. And now what I'm gonna do is pour it into a tray, and I'm just going to let I'm gonna pour it into like a tray so you can scoop it up later, but I'm just going to let it sit in the freezer for about like 1 to 2 hours so it can form to be a sorbet. All right, and into the freezer it goes. All right, so while that's freezing, why don't we move on to the next recipe? For this next recipe, I'm going to be making a chocolate cake only using 3 ingredients, which I kind of find hard to believe, but apparently you can do that. But all you need is some chocolate cookies, any chocolate cookies that you want, some milk, and some baking powder. Also, my oven is preheating to 170 degrees Celsius. So the first thing that I'm going to do is process the chocolate cookies. I think I'm just going to add half of them in there for now. I don't want to overload it. And then while it's processing, I'm just gonna feed some more through. Alright, let's start. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix it around a little bit. I think it needs a little bit more processing. There's still a few cookie pieces in there, but otherwise it looks like it's nearly ready. Also, make sure that you're processing this until it's a really fine crumb texture. Okay, so I think that's all finely blended now. So now I'm just going to pour it back into my bowl and I'll add the rest of the ingredients. All right, all done now. Kind of made a little bit of a mess with all the chocolate biscuits, but it's okay. So now what I'm going to be doing is adding some baking powder. I'll need about 2 teaspoons and a half. There we go. All right, and then I'm just going to really quickly just mix that around. And here I have 420 mils of warm water. I meant to say milk, not water. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna mix this through. Okay, so that's all mixed now. I have already prepared a 7-inch cake tin that's just greased and lined. And I'm going to pour my mixture in here and hopefully it works. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put that into the oven. Hopefully it works. Alright, and I'm just going to let that bake for roughly 15 to 20 minutes and fingers crossed. Okay, so I've just finished baking this cake and I have got to say it looks pretty good and also smells amazing. So I'm just going to put this onto a cooling rack and I'll let it cool for a little bit. Okay, so the cake is all cooled down now. I've got to say I'm so impressed with it. It looks like a real cake. And I know that technically this is a 4th ingredient, but I really wanted to put some icing on the cake. So I'm just going to be using some Nutella. You can use anything you want, like normal frosting, even some icing sugar, but I like Nutella. So I'm just going to spread that on the top. Okay, so I've iced my cake now. I'm just going to put it to the side and I'll try it soon, but I'm very excited to try. Okay, so for this last recipe, I'm going to be making Oreo cake pops or truffles, whatever you want to call them. And this one, I have a feeling it's going to turn out really well. So all you need is some Oreos. Apparently you need about 36 Oreos, but I'm sure 3 more won't hurt. Some white chocolate and some cream cheese. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the Oreos into the food processor. I know we've used the food processor for every single thing, but apparently you need it. But I'm just going to put all these in here and blend them until they're like a fine consistency. Okay, so it's all blitzed now into like a fine crumb. I'm just going to take off the lid. And I'm just going to pour this back into my bowl. And I'm just going to scoop out a little bit of the mixture, the Oreo, and just put it in a bowl to the side because I'll use it as decoration later. All right. And now I'm going to mix in some cream, oh, I just got that in my hand, some cream cheese. Also, this is 225 grams of cream cheese, if you're wondering. And then I'm just going to mix this in. So make sure you're mixing this until it's well combined and kind of forms like a pasty sort of texture. Okay, I'm just going to go in with my hands to mix this next bit, just to make sure it's all well combined, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Whew, that was a little bit of work on my arms, but it's all combined now. All I'm going to do is roll it into balls and then put it on a lined tray. There we go, we've got one. I think I'm just gonna roughly do like almost like a golf ball size. Okay, so all the truffles are now rolled. They actually look like pretty good, just like this, but I'm gonna put them in the fridge for about half an hour. There we go. And in the meantime, I'm probably gonna have to clean up this mess. Alright, so it's been about half an hour now. I'm just going to take my Oreo truffles out of the fridge. There we go. They look nice. I mean, they don't really look too different, but anyway. So now it's time to decorate them. So I've already melted some white chocolate melts, and I'm going to use a skewer to just poke the truffle, and then I'm just going to dip it in the white chocolate. Hope this will fall off the skewer. There we go. And I'm just going to transfer it back to here. And then I'm just going to sprinkle it with some Oreos. There we go. That looks really nice. Okay, so I'm just going to do the rest of them. Hopefully that one's a little bit messy, but I'll be a little bit more clean this time. There we go, they're all done now and they look really nice. I can't wait to try them, but they have to go back in the fridge for about 10 minutes just to let the chocolate around the outside harden. Alright, I suppose I should probably clean up again. Alright, I've got all of my 3 ingredient desserts here. I've got strawberry sorbet, our chocolate cake, and our Oreo truffles, or cake pops, whatever. So, I'm really excited to try them. I have a feeling that they'll probably taste pretty good, but let's start. I'm gonna start with the sorbet. I'm just gonna get a little bit. That's fine. Okay, now let's try it. Still maybe a little bit frozen, maybe I should let it soften a little bit more, but that's quite nice. Try a little bit more just to make sure. It kind of tastes a little bit like a frozen strawberry. Like I said, maybe I need to let it soften a little bit more. But besides that, that flavor's nice and everything, so it's pretty good actually. Quite happy with that. Okay, on to the next thing. I'm just going to cut a slice of the cake. Whoa, that literally looks like a normal chocolate cake. It looks very moist as well. So I probably have so much chocolate in my teeth right now. That tastes so good. It tastes really good with the Nutella icing on top as well. Let's try some of the cake. It kind of tastes like a normal cake. It's definitely a lot more. Sorry, I realized I probably have so much chocolate in my teeth, but it maybe tastes a little bit more like moist, but besides that, it's like a really nice cake. That's very good. James will definitely like that. I need a drink of water. All right, now for the last thing, we have the chocolate truffles. So I'm just gonna bite it in half so you can see the inside of it. Okay. That is so good. Wow, that's really nice. So I'm trying to get all the chocolate on my teeth. Okay, real good now. That tastes so good. Like with the cream cheese, everything like that in the middle. This is probably gonna be my favorite one. Wow, that's really nice. Definitely have to make these again. I recommend making this one, probably my favorite. But besides that, these are all the 3 ingredient recipes. I'm so surprised they all turned out really well. Like I said, maybe I need to let that one just soften a little bit more. But besides that, this turned out really good. I'm really happy. I was quite hungry, so I'm very happy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it might be helpful if you guys want to find like a quick and easy recipe to make that doesn't involve too much work and everything. But I'll see you guys next time on Grace's Room. Bye for now.